Okay, so this should be a refresher course for most of you, but I'm going to go over this, how to complete the quarterly report. Okay. Um, it'll look a little bit different for me on the back end, but the first thing is that you'll see you have this link here. This link is an example of one of the grant presentations that I completed last year. You do not edit it. Okay. You're turning in this form. This is just so you can kind of see what the ultimate end product is looking like. Generally, the information will be put onto one slide, two at the most. Okay, first of all, then you'll put in your name, your title, whoever your supervisor is, you'll under what you understand. Okay, this one right now, we're doing the grant reporting period, the name of your grant, if it's federal, state, or special revenue. Does your grant have funds? That's important. No, every grant does not have funds. Some grants are based off of what you do. Okay. Maybe it's a voucher or something to that effect. If the answer is no, then you won't have anything under total award amount. Funds spent this quarter. That is information that if you go to Teams, or if you go to your admin assistant, they should be able to pull what funds. If you go into Teams and pull up the fund number, then you should be able to see the funds spent that quarter. Okay, spent to date and your remaining balance. Okay, your brief summary, focus on the key initiatives, activities, or milestones achieved. This is not about board goals only. This is about the purpose of the grant. Okay, so what key initiatives did the grant have that you, or activities or milestones that you have achieved? Or are you aiming for? Because this is the first quarter one, if it's this one. If it's second, third quarter, then you will say your progress thereby. Okay. Then you'll explain how whatever activities that you either have done or you are planning to do align with the objectives of the grant. Okay, remember, any objectives of the grant should always be in connection to the board. So you don't necessarily have to say the connection to the board, because if you apply for the grant itself should always be in connection to the board, but your activities should be in connection to the purpose of the grant. Okay. What challenges have you had? How are they addressed? Okay, this is as simple as, you know, in compliance, out of compliance. If you're out of compliance, say what you plan to do to bring yourself into compliance. Okay. Any reports that you had to turn in, audits, or financial reports, anything that you had to turn in to the sponsoring entity. Okay. This one can literally be as simple as like saying, what did you spend it on? Was it spent? How much did you spend when you pull it up on Teams? Okay. So you go to your admin assistant or you pull it up yourself for salaries and benefits. You would know you'd look under 6,100. So how much was spent under in 6,100 for salaries and benefits? Supplies and materials, which is 62, 100, 63 equipment, that kind of thing. Okay. Budget adjustments, this is if you had to make any, meaning if there were any budget changes that had to happen, why they needed to happen, because what that means is it was different than your original plan. Okay. If this is something like planned activities for the next quarter. So some of these things might be things that you just had, you're like, okay, this is going to be something we're going to do between now and the end of the next quarter. The other thing that we were talking about are you may have something that's planned that's upcoming right before the first quarterly report is due, right? Or the second quarterly report is due, and it's not necessarily officially the end of that quarter yet. Anything that you're projecting that might be a challenge. If there's not anything, then don't say there is. Okay, this is supporting documentation if you happen to have any additional comments. It actually should be pretty much something that you're already thinking about. The information as far as how much you are deemed or that kind of thing, federal, then you should already have access to that. If it is state, then you have access to that via TEAL. And if it's federal, you should have your GAN. If it is outside with, say, like TI or something like that, then you should be able to reach out to the person who is over it there to be able to get those funds. Also, never forget to check your email. It is often shared with you through that, looking at your NOGA, that kind of thing. Okay. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.